What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 2 Breakdown. What up to everybody out there? Thank you for taking the time to watch this review, and I apologize in advance for the way I sound. I'm still not 100% recovered, but we're going to do our best to get through this. Spoilers for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series and all thing dealing with the MCU. In this video, I will give you a few theories that have a great chance of coming true, so make sure you subscribe and click that bell and leave comments in the comment section for your own theories and thoughts about this episode, and let's talk about it. So we first start off this episode, we get introduced finally to what people are calling the evil Captain America, John Walker, his family and his friends, and it seems that he has gone to an all-black school. His best friend is black, and that his wife is a person of color. And this is not done by mistake. They are playing up the black and white aspect in this episode specifically, and they're doing it for a reason. And the fact that I think that his school is black is because the marching band is black. And usually if you go to high schools, you know whatever the marching band is, that's usually what the school is. Right off the back, they are trying to make you feel sympathetic for the guy, showing that he's a nice guy. He didn't ask for this. He's very happy to have this role. He's just trying to do the best job that he can do. This is all just a setup without a shadow of a doubt for him to flip in the end and become the true big bad of this series. In fact, I think they gave away this a little bit too early by too much whitewashing of this character. It's pretty obvious to see, if you ask me. Theory number one is that in the end he will get the super soldier serum along with his partner Hoskins, who is Battlestar, and they will be the true big bads of this whole thing, and they will have no choice but to fight the good versions of themselves, which is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Take that to the bank. In the end, I think his wife is going to try to talk him down, but she won't be able to. I think it's going to be used that the super soldier serum itself is what sets him over the top, even though it's going to be that's his nature to begin with. But that's what I think they'll use the serum, that in fact that he got this power from the serum that makes him go a little bit crazy, be him a little bit more violent than the original Captain America. He could also play that his best friend gets killed somehow, and this is the driving factor that makes him go to ultra violent. One of these things will happen guaranteed before it's all said and done. That's my theory number one. I do like the way this actor is playing this character. He's very believable in this everyday man who just got snatched up into this role, who doesn't have superpowers but just wants to help his country out and do the right thing. Does a good job portraying that, but in the end it's exactly what I told you before. This the next thing that they're trying to point out is the experimentation of the US government on black men, and they do this two separate ways. They do this by introducing the original Captain America, Isaiah Bradley. Now, if you're not familiar with him, a quick background from the comics goes like this. Project Rebirth was a collaboration between the US, British, and German governments. In order to refine the super soldier serum, they took 300 black US soldiers and subjected them to potentially fatal experiments at an undisclosed location. In the name of security, US soldiers then executed the camp's commander and the hundreds of black soldiers left behind. They then lied to all the family members, saying that they were killed in war. Bradley emerges as the sole survivor of his test group. He then steals a spare costume and the shield intended for Captain America before he engages in a suicide mission to destroy the super soldier efforts of the Nazis. Now in the show, we hear them switch this up. Instead of the Nazis, they make it Hydra, and they make him have the battle with Bucky, and he rips Bucky's arm in half, and that's how they play it off in the show. After this, he is then captured and put in prison for 30 years, and this is where we find him when Bucky brings Falcon to meet him. The inspiration to make this character and how he received his superpowers is the real life counterpart referred to as the Tuskegee experiments, and between 1932 and 1972 by the United States Public Health Service and Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The purpose of this study was to observe the natural history of untreated syphilis. Although the African American men who participated in the study were receiving free health care from the federal government, in turn they truly were not, and they were given placebos instead of medicine so that the government could see exactly how syphilis reacted to being inside of the human male body. Even though penicillin was widely available and was a known cure for this disease, none of the subjects were given them. In the end, over 128 participants were killed due to their experiment. That's the first reference of the super soldier program that they put in there, but they don't just do it that one time, they do it again in this episode. At the end, when one of the soldiers stands guard while the other people escape, we see that he has the strength from the super soldier serum program, but he gets shot up and killed. And that is a reference to Luke Cage, who was another black man who is experimented on. This time it's when he is in prison, and the weapons program is called the Weapons Plus program. And during this experiment, Luke Cage not only survives, but when he does, he gets bulletproof skin, which is something I think that they're going to play up in this series. We will see at the end some people here with bulletproof skin. You could take that to the bank. Now, they also play up the black and white dynamic in this episode with the police when we see Bucky and Falcon arguing, and then the cops come out, and when they do come out, they start harassing Sam instead of Bucky, obviously because he's black. But then he says, hey, do you know who he is? The guy finally recognizes him, and in the end, it's the white guy who is the criminal and has the record, but the black guy they were harassing, there's nothing wrong with him. That's their third attempt talking about racial dynamics at the show and using it as commentary to our own situation that we deal with in this country right now. They also have a little black kid called Falcon, Black Falcon. I will tell you straight up that when I was young and I read the comic books, I used to call him Black Falcon, even though his character's name was not Black Falcon. They did a play on that. I truly didn't like the way that landed, but I understand why they did it. At the end of the episode, they come up with the plan to go see Baron Zemo because they have to figure out exactly where the Flag Smashers are getting their superpowers from, who is the new super soldier serum maker, and they believe that he is the key, so they're going off to go see what the deal is. I don't think that it's a new super soldier serum. I did a video a long time ago exactly how I think these people are getting their powers. I'll put the link in the description. Check that out and let me know what you think. Overall, another solid episode. Right now, I'm with the Flag Smashers. We don't know exactly how the world was after the blip, but I could imagine that the world did come together and it was a world without borders, as they say. I'm with them. I don't think they're the bad people in this. I think they're actually the good people trying to prevent the government from getting their hands on this super soldier serum. And the real mission for the government is to get their hands on this serum so they can weaponize more soldiers, as they will do with US Agent. And somebody is going to get skin that cannot be penetrated by bullets. Take it all to the bank. Those are my theories from this episode. You tell me what you think in the comment section. Is it going to go down like that, or do you have another theory? Please put it in the comment section. I'm very interested in hearing it. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.